Yo, we're back in the comments. We got a good one from my guy Michael Walsh. Comes from a long line of Walshes. So essentially what he wanted is audio over USB from the Digitak 2 to the Torso S4. Just USB, no cables, none. So I accepted the challenge, and unfortunately I didn't get my cable that I was hoping for. I sent it to my mother. Oh no. But anyway, it did cause me to think outside of the box. I could have used Ableton, but I didn't. I tried the Digitak 2 with the overbridge interface, and it only sent it to one track, which would not fulfill this challenge. The challenge was to send it across all 4 tracks. But guess what? We have done it. We did it. Little AI magic. It didn't do it on its own. We had to fight back and forth several times over. When I mean several, like 20 to 30, 40, 50 iterations, whatever. But we got some code that works. So, without further ado, let me minimize this and bring up our application warning. It's not the prettiest. It isn't. But here it is. So this is just the little version that we have up here. But essentially what it does is routes the audio from this guy over to this guy. And we can do it across all 4 tracks. Written in Python. I'm not a master developer, but I do dabble just a bit for a long period of time. Anywho, so this is probably too tiny for you, but I can explain this in another one. So the input device is Digitak 2, output device is S4, and we can spread it over all 10 inputs if we choose. Each of the inputs, track 1, 2, 3, and 4, takes up 2, right? Stereo, left, right, left, right, left, right, so on and so forth. So in our little mapping here, we just clicked stereo to all tracks, apply mapping, and then we hit our little start routing button. And we have a little visual for you as well, and should be good. I've played with this several times and come up with a different result each time. All of them have been good. So hoping for some magic while we are recording. Enough of me. That's the intro. Let's get into it. So we have a couple of sounds here. I'll just go through. And right now, we're only monitoring on one track. To show that, track 1, yes, monitor is here. All right, but we can go into each track. Track 2, monitor. Track 3, monitor. Track 4, monitor. Cool. Now let's go back to the mix page. That's the easiest way to see them all. All right. And you should be able to see it on the screen as well. Hold it down for you. Okay. All right. So it's cool. All right. So can we also limit the sounds to various tracks? We can. But for the sake of this, we're going to play a single sound across all tracks, but modify how it sounds using the S4 on each of its tracks. So I think, let's try 7. Let's see, what do I have? Okay. So let's just choose 7 only. And let's see. It's boring. It's going to be fine. change the pitch. Let me mute a few of these just so that we can work on one. Okay, so we've modified the pitch a little bit. We'll need to increase the drive so that you can hear it. So nothing fancy yet. We can further limit this by not scope, but the cutoff. Keep it basic, reduce the pitch a little bit. All right, so that will be our bottom end. Let's move on to track 2. Once again, we just have the same 2 sounds. And we'll unmute it, go to mix. So now we'll focus on the higher sound that you hear here. All right. And I've noticed that material will not manipulate the live sound. We can record it. That is a neat little trick though. Yeah, we'll get to that at the end hopefully. So in Mosaic here, let's make this one even higher. Just so we can hear the difference. Add a little contour. Add some pattern. Cool. Maybe a little decay. Actually, we'll save the decay. Make the tone a little higher. Okay. Good enough. So now we can hear the difference between 1 and 2. Let's move on to 3. All right. So I'm on track 3, hopefully, yes. We're in Mosaic again. Maybe we'll increase the pitch a little bit. We'll detune this one. Thinking that we didn't unmute this. Let's see. Yep. Let me mute 2. So now you can hear our deep sound 1 and you can hear 3. So we may need to distinguish this guy just a little bit more so that we can tell what it is. So let me change the slope. Maybe change the tones. No. I barely hear it. Pitch. Still can barely hear it. Okay, well. Bring some of these tones back. I'm just looking for it to be distinct. Let's maybe add some waves to it. Detune it. And we'll have to turn it down. So now we should be able to hear it distinctly even if we bring back 2. And 2 is annoying, so we may need to go back and see what we can do about that. And it may just be turning it down. And maybe what we'll do is we'll pan to the left or to the right. So let's do that. And we'll turn it down. Get rid of its low, turn it back up. Okay, good enough. Let's bring in 4. So let's unmute 4. Track 4. Alright, let's see what we can do. Maybe on 4 what we'll do is we'll actually record what is happening. How about that? That should be cool. So how do we do that? Alright, so we're already monitoring and we can just record a small snippet. Let's do that. And we'll press play. Okay, cool enough. Now, in order to hear this, we're obviously going to have to play, but let's do some trimming here. Start. That's all we want. That's good enough. Hold down Control, trim. Yep, that's what we want to do. Hopefully we don't crash. Maybe I'll save my project. Save. Yes. And then we'll get back to it. Okay, so we're in track 4. And we'll hit play. But we could also bring in the live. Hear it? Pretty cool, right? But we won't monitor it anymore. But we'll change our tempo to stretch it out. Should be fairly low. It has kind of a pop to it. I don't like that. It's maybe crossfade. Alright, we've mitigated that. Let's add some decay. X. Let's bring our pitch up. Let's maybe crush it. Okay, now we hear it. Increase the drive, compress it, break up our noise, add some wave to it. Detune that. Slow it down. Slow it down by speeding it up. Maybe. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. He crashed on me, and that's okay. It's all right. I was overloading the S4, but it was fun. So what we can do is the Digitak is still playing. You still see the animation, and that's cool. We can just monitor, and we're back at it. We're back at it, and this is on track 1, and we can still have fun. We're still playing. Play with our level here as well. I don't know if that will actually change on tape. Anywho, spray. Change our pitch, make it low again. That's cool. I like that. Let's change our contour. Decay. This is low, so no for that. Tone. Maybe a little contrast, make it higher. Make it low. Low works, change our cutoff, because we don't need all that. Alright, we'll take that. Let's get over to track 2, just to do something. But anyway, this thing is absolutely fun. No doubt with that. No doubt. Just crank up the spray. Crank up the pitch. Let's modulate that. Modulate the pitch down. Modulate our spray. Anywho, this was a very, very fun project to do. I don't know if I'll give the code out. It's not perfect. I don't love the UI, but it is, it's cool. You know, it's cool to look at or whatnot. But yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Mike, hope you watched this. It was a good one. Thank your whole lineage and whatnot. Thank you everyone for the support. If you have any questions, comments, you know what to do. Get at me. Until next time. Peace. All right, bye for real.